And we are now live in this deciding ace game between Whorunbartertown. It is, of course, 1-1, updating the scores for you as we live and breathe. There we go. Seamless production with Matt and Ed leading you with the second player who we find in the south.
No one toots our own horn, just like ourselves. But here we go with Baoliang in the south, locking in 5-man Gwens. Metafeta once again. And he's going off to the west. Interesting capping order in this Faymanville Ace Game Decider.
Oh yeah, and what a map. I think this is maybe the first time we've seen this today, maybe the second, something like that. But it's just so beautiful. I love my Faymanville approach. MG42 coming from Baoliang, approaching the centre. And of course he will be. By the way, I sound a bit kooky, guys. We've done a lot of casting today. I am trying to hype myself into casting well, despite being tired.
It'll be interesting. I think as the tournament goes on as well, we'll get more into it, build up that caster tolerance as well. So I think by the end of it, Matt, you'll be within 20 hours, no problem.
Oh yeah, let's hope so. Let's hope we get a second best of 5 in the grand final.
Not one relentless or red ball in sight. Just
no, I use engage from helping hands.
Adrenaline.
Yeah. We've got the nice suppression on the combat engineers. Was able to capture the fuel though. Grenadiers are watching on.
Yep, nicking the old fuel points. So Baoliang's capping order paid off there.
Conscripts are going to really punish Baoliang's position. Look at this. They're going to take his cutoff immediately.
Ooh, dirty.
Oh.
And with the remake of this map as well, it's just made it a bit more accessible, especially with that green cover on the cutoff. BM from Brummbär. Has to cancel it though with the ensuing Gwens. There's an interesting capping order from Bao. I don't know if it's fully worked out for him.
Exposed, usually, maybe? Is that how you'd class it?
No, I just always usually see the Osteo player going to the right-hand side to defend the fuel.
I just mean the capping order. Has that been exposed, Ed? Because he's left with one territory sector right now.
Yeah, but also, you know, it takes 2 to tango. Whorunbartertown played his part and got a good flank off.
True.
Going towards probably his 3rd conscript, but yeah, just it's not good or bad. It's just it's unusual. It's nice to see a different capping order to what we normally see.
Maybe it's not the capping order that was bad, more the not protecting his own cutoff, I suppose. But it was an excellent attack from Whorunbartertown. I don't know if you noticed, but he distracted the MG with a second conscript squad in unison, which meant the first conscript squad obviously get the cutoff. So it's good work all in all.
Yeah. Now, model drops inside the cap zone, bounces around for a bit. Does the Gwen? This is a bit of a slugfest. Gwens have got themselves into. Could be a lot of manpower during. But the MG42, nice play there from Bao. It's going to help turn the tide.
Indeed, and look at Baoliang now. Now he's got his own cutoff. The pressure he's able to place upon HBT is a lot.
If he'd have managed to get that cut off there, it would have been hella bad for Whorunbartertown to try and push the MG42 off from that position. But we've got Grenadiers right next to a Soviet mine. If they retreat back through that, could be curtains for them on the eastern fuel point map.
Oh yeah, there it is. I see. Yeah, that could be a bad. They went.
They get a good one. Little things like that can turn a whole game.
Of course they can.
Another mine as well from Bartertown on the strategic point below.
Very lucky he went that way. Very lucky indeed. This Grenadier again escaping. Meanwhile, Baoliang, of course, does continue to hold the centre, but we've had another breakaway unit. The combat engineer of WBT finds the cut-off. Do the Pioneers get there, though? Yes, they do. In the nick of time, they save the territorial control of Baoliang.
What is Bartertown saving the manpower for, though? I think he's going to go into some guards or shock troops.
Must be. What other explanation could there be?
Because he is not building a 5th squad.
Very strange.
Some 4D chess going down here.
Well, I always say manpower's king. and you can't afford to float 530 of it, that's for certain. This ain't auto much.
That's what the guards or shock troops, you would have thought that he'd lock it in now.
Yeah, but he's got the 2 CPs, hasn't he? He's 3 for airborne, to be fair. And he's 2 for guards, and he's 2 for shock. So if he is going, he must be going airborne guard troops, I suppose. But he, you know, he could have had munitions for an SVT drop soon. So, interesting.
It's gonna be Maxim spam instead. So, just wanted to save up for more Maxims early.
Maybe. Yeah, indeed. As you say, WSK is coming down.
There we go. So guards with Maxim to backups and AT guns. Yep. Pretty good against Oster because you know they can't get rocket artillery until battle phase 3 is complete. So unless there's going to be a GG mortar from Baoliang, I don't think he normally likes to opt for that option.
The guards, of
probably
course,
knows that from their auto matches. Sorry, Matt.
Yeah, the guards, of course, need their 75 munitions for the DP light machine guns. They're all right before that, but they're not worth fielding until they've got that, in my opinion. That said, the guards grenade was enough to force away the MG42, so that's a nice find.
Yeah, got just a bit out of position there. No supporting unit to spot for the MG42. Too far up. Gets punished for that, but yeah. Whorunbartertown famously beat Open Hands and Free Runner with Zeisswin.
Oh,
in
yes.
the old 2v2 tourney, so he is definitely no slouch. He's been playing since time began because Boa Badger showed me a replay back from when a 4v4 map was a 1v1 map or the center of it. I forget what the snowy map was called.
Liam,
but Whorunbartertown was playing back then, and I think that was 2015, dare I say, or 2016.
Leglise, yeah.
Leglise,
yeah.
In the middle, yeah. So he's been around a bit, has Whorunbartertown represented.
Mortars as well for him. Interesting choice. Guards and mortars, and it's guard rifle combined arm tactics, of course. One of those very, very good commander. KV1's in the late game for a bit of Kliment Virashilov loving.
And luckily, both players in this match do stream, so we do get to see their sneaky strats and what they're building towards in 1v1 games. So Whorunbartertown and Chihuahua Charity you can find on Twitch.
Yeah, interestingly, he actually did run a charity for Chihuahuas. So, you know, it's a good name.
No false advertisement there, yeah. But MG42 now.
Rifle nade on retreat.
Hose down the guards.
Rifle nade on retreat there, Ed. Oh, that could have been so much better. It was so close to being perfect.
Good effort, though. It's worth a try. Especially this early on in the game. Yep. You miss every rifle nade shot you don't take, so may as well go for them.
You save every 30 munitions for every rifle nade you don't take as well.
Yeah, I guess. But no mortar from Baoliang, but Whorunbartertown, instead of Maxims going for that mortar, has read the double MG42. So he's got the counter in tow with that 6-man mortar. 2-2 for Baoliang.
Yeah, it's an interesting choice to keep up the pressure at this point. He's already, of course, got one veteran squad leader on his Grenadiers. And Whorunbartertown's going to need something sterner, maybe a Zis gun, just to keep this 2-2 from applying too much pressure. Or will he be able to get his T-70 out soon? Because I just saw in base that he is planting his Tankovi Battalion Command, and he's coming up to 70 fuel. That makes way more sense, of course.
Yeah. Guards with a T-70 is pretty lethal combo, so 2-2 won't be able to push as much. No pack gun yet for Bao. As we get to that 10-minute mark, it's normally the magic timing window of when you get your pack. There he goes, clicks it in. And yeah, it's a very classic game of old school. We've got an old 2017-2018 meta guard rifle combined arms. It's just the new boy German infantry doctrine for Oster being the difference. Only one squad so far of Grenadiers upgraded to the 5-man though.
God squad haven't been able to get a kill yet. They do have their DPs now, but they've not been able to make good use of them. And as I'd said, they're probably waiting for the T-70 so they can act as in synergy. But even when the T-70 arrives, he's already got the Pack 40 out. I mean, Baoliang with the expert timing there.
Yeah, and I think Bao's MG play has been very solid, as well as his 2-2-2. So it's just denying conscripts from running around the map, planting green cover everywhere. They can't do it if they're under heavy fire. So Bao's done that very well. He's only had one little moment where his MG42 got flanked. Other than that, it's been working overtime and doing good work. He's got a second now up on the eastern flank. He's going to go lock in the fuel in the top cutoff. It's gone for Bartertown. So yeah, a bit of flip reverse of positioning for the players.
Yeah, for now, and the tap map looks something like this. You can see Whorunbartertown's now trying to focus in the southwest, as Ed says, and Baoliang's got an excellent central position. He's also got an MG in the north, and he's even got units back in base, so it looks like he's mauling his opponent right now, but with a T-70 and guards right out, he could, hopefully for him, work some wonders. There's going to be a stern ask, as the Pak-40 nearly threads its way through.
That second shot was going downtown, but T-70 gets away with his life. What I find interesting here, though, is there's no AT gun from Bartertown, so 222 is pretty much doing whatever it wants at range.
Nice nade there, MG in peril. 222's gonna try to save the day. The PTRS, of course, have an answer to that. But you've got the G43s and the veteran squad leader Grenadiers causing issues.
Bao got a nice VP lead going on as well. You have to keep that in the back of your mind. Especially on Famerville, very wide map. It's hard to get a triple cap on. So a good 120 odd VP lead already.
Second guard squad now out as the 222 causing the conscript issues. T-70 only has 2 kills. He's looking to add to that, but hits a telemine! Oh dear, oh dear.
2 sweepers and you still get tellered. Oh, that's gotta hurt for Bartertown.
Oh, indeed. Tellered. That should be a new co-phrase, shouldn't it? Instead of triggered, you know, tellered.
Yeah, cheeky tellered. Get a trigger in there. But what a placement of the telemine though. That is so aggressive. And that's how a good telemine should be. You're just not going to be thinking about sweeping there.
There you go.
Great pickup for Bao there.
A lot of pressure put down by the 3 Grenadier squads there as the conscripts are given all kinds of issues. We've got the DP light machine guns applying pressure as well. But they're going to retreat down the western side of the hedgerow since the 2019 changes to this map. So they should be fine. And let's have let's watch the conscripts' fate first, because that's going to be tricky. We also have to keep an eye on this northern position with the MG pushing away. And yeah, that's a dead conscript it seems. One more shot, Ed.
Quite a bit of HP though, that might be alright.
Nope, he's dead.
Just a bit too long. He died for the cap there, but he's even quite late on the retreat, even though he did get the cap, so yeah, that extra accuracy.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, paying wonders there.
Just wanted to take this moment to look at the stats. You can see that Baoliang has an excellent KD. You can also see on the army value graph he's surged ahead, and on points held he's in a dominant position, 10-6 right now.
Everyone taking a leaf out of Barden's book. Second T-70 in, Matt. Will we get the famous third T-70 today in this game? But
Very, very
great
possible.
austere play here from Bao. Like, this is textbook stuff.
That's textbook, as Alan Partridge would say.
It's fanned out, cap the east of the map. It's getting decapped now, but still, despite having most of his forces in the west and the mid, still found that time to go and cap the rest of the map. So, really good 1v1 play there.
Just excellent, solid play from Baoliang. I just think he's played this in a very traditional, very comprehensive fashion, and he's he's reaped the benefits of that.
Yeah, and unlike the Kimbo sledgehammer approach of using 222s, he's been plinking away. It's got 1 kill, but it's veterancy 1. So that's doing a lot of damage to these squads, sending them home, or creating the wipes, as we saw with the Grens earlier. So good work from the 222 unit as well, enabling this early game pressure from Bao. But with Ulster, you're only 1 telemine away from being back in the game, and I do think that was such a crushing blow for Bartertown.
was. We've not seen him
He
recover
could've
since that.
I think he could have just skipped this second T70 altogether and kept on ploughing towards other units, get a double Ziz going. But yeah, he'll go halfway towards that double Ziz with one in the build now.
That just goes to show with the, of course, the T70 having 0 kills so far. Mortar finds the MG42. Got massed infantry joining the fray as well. And he's looking for a way back into things in the north. Right now he's under triple cap, and Baoliang's only lost 15 victory points in total.
I just feel his build order it fell between the cracks of 2 mines. He didn't quite commit to the con spam. He only had 2 cons ever, and went double engineers very early on. And it just seems to be caught in the wasteland between two ideas, and hasn't paid off for Bartertown at all.
MG could get taken out by the DP light machine guns here, but takes a very good retreat path, however. Mind you, now the new Grenadiers could get naded on retreat if Whorunbartertown is in position.
Oh, don't go for it, because instead they've got a 2-2 shoving them around. I mean, one thing to say, Whorunbartertown is managed to cut off about a lot of times. But there is a Brummbär rush map. This is a tier 4 rush from Baoliang. Yep, bringing his 2v2 skills back into 1v1 and rushing that Brummbär.
That's going to be absolutely destructive. That is ending a series in style with a great rifle nade over the car, but does lose out to the mortar there, which picks up its. Hang on a second. It's only got 1 kill. What was that then? Was that this gun with a quick barrage or something? How on earth did he pick that up? It seemed like a lot of men died very quickly.
No, it was the mortar hit, I think.
But it only got 1 kill. Oh, never mind, Eddie. Never mind. We do know something that's
a lot of that though. Look at the damage to the models. I think the T70 snagged another kill. I don't know.
Possibly. Yeah. Possibly.
Either way, phantom models lost. You do get that at the end of games, don't you? Where you realise you've lost way more units than the enemy's killed.
Crushing things as vehicles sometimes counts as a kill for certain things. But here we go. We got Le Professeur of Destruction. It is indeed Le Brummbär. I don't know why he's French. I always say the Brummbär's French for some reason.
Certainly does translate to something. Brummbär.
It's
something bear. I don't know.
Oh, I used to know this.
Yeah, I feel like it was on History Channel once.
German.
Should remember it. I'm sure chat could help us out. Some native speakers.
Literally on Wikipedia as we speak. It was actually called Stupa at one point. It was Sturmpanzer.
Yeah, the crew do say Stupa already or whatever, don't they?
Stupa. Yeah, interesting. It's got a little nickname. Man. I never knew that. I'm glad I Wikipedia'd it. Stupa.
What the sound it makes.
Yeah. What of that drift there, Stupa, and the power is your units being obliterated. Brummbär looking for his first kill now. Oh, nice. 3 mortar crew taken out, and the Pioneers actually got must have been the 2-2 got a finishing blow there. Must have been.
Like
look at that shot!
Their 3-year-old child named the tank, didn't they?
Yes. There. Indeed.
So Jimmy, what are we gonna name this one? It goes Brummbär.
It's funny. Did you know that the Hummel from which means
Hummel? Oh, come on.
It means bumblebee.
How pretentious can you be? It's Hummel.
That's not pretentious. I thought it was
Hummel.
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 I thought it was a Hummel. It's a Hummel.
I give up.
Oh, I've not had to cast Code 1 for many a year, but you've ruined my fact now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Proceed, man. Don't
Hummel. Okay, it's a Hummel.
Pee on your dreams.
It means bumblebee, and Hitler didn't like it, so he made them change it. And that's a true fact.
Ah, that's good.
There's a directive. You can't call it a Hummel anymore. Hummel. I can't believe I said that. That's just silly. We do see the MG42 was stolen and taken back out. The Brummbär's climbed up to his 9th kill already, and now he's killing the crawlers.
Oh,
a brutality.
That's savage. PTRS is flying around, but you can't pick him up because of reasons.
Oh.
Triple guard squad. Is this 2017?
I don't know what this is. This is an avenue to having all of that juicy 27 manpower per reinforce. and just going into a horrific population drain meta, manpower drain meta. It's very late in the day, Ed. Very late in the day.
Yeah, and Baoliang's the one with double AT gun instead of who really needed is Bartertown, but yeah, triple gas squad, that's a lot of manpower sink. It's got fuel for more vehicles or attacking up, but it sunk his manpower into the guards. We all got the 75 munition upgrade though for their DP light machine guns. They're more damage over time, aren't they, kind of unit there?
Yeah,
Not
definitely.
so flash as soon as they come on the field, but it can be godly late game. But I just think, harping back to the build order from Bartertown, it was a kinky Kappan order from Baoliang, but it was a weird mix of just two cons. Didn't really cut it for Baoliang from the early game build order, I feel.
Certainly did not. It's a good
Something
point.
for
Grenadiers.
to look at for replay maybe for his future
Yeah,
game.
definitely. He tries to attack. Should have tried to attack ground retreat there, but didn't think he needed it. Guards repositioned to fight another day. Meanwhile, we've got a push out in the southwest from Whorunbartertown. His T70 has climbed, well, only climbed to 4 kills. I was going to say he's done well. He's got veterancy 2 at least.
Yep, the 222 meanwhile has got 4 kills for itself. So
Speaking of T70, Pack 40's looking for an overshot perhaps. Couldn't quite finish the job. Nearly took him out. Fragmentation bomb coming down. Oh, there you go. Takes up many a crew member there.
guard model, chonky boy gets home. The MG42. Water's been decrewed, so it's trying to vet up again. Bartertown will be raging at me. He's like, I built the GG mortar. Why didn't I?
What a shot by the Brummbär! Holy crap! He went into, of course, the bunker busting barrage mode, and he bunker busted the T70, and it's no longer to be found anywhere. There's bits of it all over the place.
Okay, we cried about this barrage range. That was insane.
Triple beat him.
BP to the base.
Get bunker busted.
Somebody clip that. PUBG.
We do have an ILT Sturm Attack Loiter available for Whorunbartertown, but we've also got a Panther coming out. I mean, I don't know what the Panther's about. He also has another frag bomb already.
Huge alpha male dominance, that's what it is. Slap a Panther down when you don't need one. It's dominance. Just go for the crushes, man.
Yeah, go for an unnecessary Panther to
mode in GTA,
yeah. Go for an unnecessary Panther to assert dominance, indeed.
I don't know if Bartertown's still in the game, to be honest.
I wouldn't be if I was him.
Unless he's doing the mass heal.
Shall we do some? Yeah, there we go. I was going to go for cinematic.
I was going to say, yeah, GG's.
GG, well played. So there you go. We saw the moments of the match there. Whorunbartertown with an excellent death. Sorry, Baoliang with an excellent bunker busting barrage, taking him out.
Putting the skill back into CoH with that skill shot. I like that. Whenever you don't have to do one-click abilities, but instead you got to aim it, time it. Oh, he gets the. It's almost like locked-on heat-seeking bunker buster missile there because he timed it perfectly to nail that T70. But the game was pretty much already done. Great telemind from Baoliang. And yeah, expert 2-2 play. Really came in well on that map. Bartertown just didn't have the answer with so few conscripts available, I feel.
So we have 2 people with the Mannliebner's Weimel song stuck in their head. Ed and I will be going. We will be re-emerging tomorrow, and we are going to play you out with the theme tune in honour of the 4 new patrons we had today to fund said tournament activity. So let's have a quick look at the old bracketarinos. and see that we have our 4 upper bracket quarterfinals, aka the traditional tournament quarterfinals. We've got some excellent players as well. Love Nest Asher, Asia Mint Devem, which I think, Ed, that's one we should cast. I think that's
full on micro battle there. Jesus, APM Central, Asia Mint versus Devem. Yeah, that'll be a great, real tasty one to watch, Matt.
And James Jams is saying, both of us, thanks for the cast, much appreciated, lads. We do this for the fun of it and love of it, and we do have some emergers now from